you should longs to see. One chance out between two worlds. Fire with me.
Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Ghostwood, the Twin Peaks podcast. I'm Charles Skaggs, still in the basement of solitude, hanging out from the coronavirus. And I'm here talking with one of my best friends. At least I like to think so. And just all around
I would agree with that about you, for sure.
all around wonderful person who I just enjoy talking to in general because she's so damn cool. Xan Sprouse.
Aw.
How you
Oh,
doing,
good, it's
Xan?
me.
Yes.
I'm so happy. I thought maybe there was a guest.
Were you worried it was
A
somebody else?
guest you didn't tell me about. I thought maybe there was a guest you weren't telling me about.
You're like-
I don't know.
Bringing in this special
So-
guest. Coming
Yes.
in all the way from now.
Coming in all the
Of-
way from Gallifrey. I don't
Of
know.
course it's you. Are you kidding me? Of course it's you.
Well, thank you, Charles. I feel the same way about you. You are definitely one of my best friends.
I'd like to think.
You are one of my best friends,
Well, thank you very much.
to quote John Cusack.
Yeah. And hopefully,
But
if the fates are kind and the coronavirus goes away and everything returns to some semblance of normalcy at some future point in time, then we can hang out and watch movies and stuff.
we'll get to see each other in the three-dimensional world because
That's
what was it you told me you'd never seen recently? And I said you have to come and see that.
There are so many things I have not seen, so that you.
So many things.
I feel like I'm this uneducated soul, just wandering, and you who have this vast knowledge, especially of things like cinema and music and all this that you've experienced and with friends and whatnot, and I feel like I know nothing compared to you. I feel like I thought it was a pretty good, I thought it had a pretty good depth in things like, of film and music and whatnot, but I feel completely ignorant in comparison to you. So,
Well, I think it's funny that you said the things you've done with friends. Like all
Yeah.
the stuff you mentioned, I do
Yeah.
because I'm afraid of my friends.
oh, okay. Got it. So what you're saying is I need to be more antisocial. And
No,
just,
you need to be more cripplingly introverted.
oh,
Not
well,
antisocial, cripplingly introverted. That's the key right
well,
there.
I was pretty much that for a good long time,
Yeah.
but,
The key is the first thing is to have a good attitude, Charles.
right.
that's
That's
the
the key.
Anybody will tell you that. But no, I appreciate that because personally I feel like from a knowledge standpoint I'm like kind of intermediate with a lot of things because I know a lot about what I like, but I don't like the whole world, but I do like a lot of things.
Right.
So, and growing up I wanted to be the person that knew stuff, I wanted to be the person that got all the references and got all the jokes and knew things and blah blah blah. And now
Well, mission effing accomplished. 'Cause
you can just Google that. Nobody needs me. Nobody needs me for that. I mean,
no. They need you. They don't need Google anymore. You've made Google irrelevant.
Well, when I worked at Media Play when I was in college, people used to call me on my day off to ask who did that one song.
Rest in peace, Media Play.
Rest in peace, Media Play.
Pouring out one for my homies. On
Yeah,
that
pour
one.
out a Snapple for your homies at Media Play. But
I love that store.
it was so much fun. But yeah, people would call me on my day off and say, Xan, who did that one song? I remember one time I got called on my day off. They're like, who did that song Tarzan Boy? He's like named after a city.
Baltimore. Yeah.
And I'm like, Baltimore?
See, that I knew.
Yeah, there you go. There you
All
go.
right.
So,
Well, but I am 80s guy, so I should know that.
yeah, I had skills. So I feel like my skills are
Yeah.
rusty because nobody needs them anymore. So I appreciate that you
Yeah. Well, I
that
need
you
them. How's that?
enjoy my skills at
Yeah,
least.
yeah.
So thank you very
You
much.
got
for
the
that.
mad skills, yo. So it's June.
Chicks only dig guys with good skills.
I need some skills.
like no skills.
Yeah, very very
You ever
nice.
taken off any sweet jumps?
Very nice Napoleon Dynamite reference, by the way.
Thank you
Nice.
very much.
So
Which is interesting. I was having a conversation with Chris the other day about what are quintessential Gen X movies.
Yeah.
In that they're movies that I feel like they're loved by Gen X, but like not necessarily by anybody else.
Ferris Bueller, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, Strange Brew, Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai.
The one I said was Breakfast Club.
Breakfast Club's in there.
Yeah.
The Back to the Future movies.
I also said Wayne's World.
What?
I also said Wayne's World.
Wayne's World. That's more. That's a '90s film, though.
It's a '90s film, but it's got that like grungy Gen X thing going.
A little bit.
We were in high school, or I was in high school when that one came out. So that was, Wayne's World was a big deal for us. We were very like, whoa, or no way. I mean, or like, I'm going to hurl. I mean, we did all the Wayne's World stuff, or we're not worthy. I mean, we did all that kind of stuff. So
that's like borderline Gen Y, though, a little bit.
It's borderline millennial, but I think that a quintessential millennial movie is Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But I do feel like it does transcend generations. Like I feel like older generations do like it.
Because it's kind of in the spirit of an 80s movie.
Yeah. But I also don't think like, while I think we like it, Charles, I don't think our parents would like it.
No. And again, that's a generational shift. But I think it's because we had those kind of movies, at least in the 80s.
Yeah.
Therefore, we can appreciate that kind of a movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like Napoleon Dynamite. And it's probably,
like even something like Back to the Future, which I think is so Gen X ingrained.
Yes.
But I think it still appealed to an older generation because of its 1950s stuff of it.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. But anyway, Napoleon Dynamite, I think, is a quintessential millennial title that you have to see.
Yeah, definitely recommended. And John Heder is really good. Enough said there.
Oh, my gosh. Him and, oh, God, what's his name? The actor that plays Kip.
Oh, yeah. I know who you're talking about, but I can't remember his name.
Lavonda is the best thing to ever happen to me.
Yes.
You're just jealous because I'm making sweet moolah with Uncle Rico. Well, do you know the new product? Backwards and forwards? Yeah, mostly.
Okay, so it's like June 4th, 2020, as we are talking here. And did we miss anything the past couple weeks? I mean, did anything important happen?
Some really, really, really horrible shit happened, Charles.
Oh, is that what it was?
That's what's going on, because we're sitting here, not only are we sitting here under quarantine still.
Right.
Which
isn't bad enough, right?
I hate to say it, and I believe in it. I'm not saying we shouldn't be doing it, but the protests against police brutality are going to make our July, August spikes even worse.
Oh. Well, yeah, because I mean, if you've watched any news within the past couple weeks, again, June 4th, as we're recording this, you saw wall-to-wall people together marching, which was great.
As they should.
Which was great. But half of the people aren't wearing masks, if they were lucky, and just all that close contact.
And I am wondering, and I'm no doctor and I'm not a scientist, but if tear gas is going to give you respiratory issues, is it going to jumpstart something in you? I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Well, with my bronchitis, not really a great idea. Anyway,
not a great thing. Yeah,
I wouldn't recommend the tear gas or the pepper spray or any of that.
We've seen a lot of protests and peaceful protesting and bad behavior on the side of the government and on the side of the police. And so we need the protesting, and I'm glad we're doing it. But I think we're in for the rest of the year. I think we still should be very cautious with our quarantine now, because we're in Columbus. Well, I am in Columbus, Ohio, Charles.
Right.
Where we're under quarantine. Not quarantine. Curfew.
Right.
We're under curfew. It was bizarre. Last night I went to I'm close to where the mayor lives,
Oh, the Skype
but
seems a little glitchy right now.
it's storming here too. So, well, it's not storming, but it has been storming today.
Right.
I don't live close to where the mayor lives, but I live near where the mayor lives. So it's like if you can take the street that's a block away from me and snake it through some neighborhoods and get to his house pretty easily.
Yeah.
And there was a protest at his house last night for that, calling for him to do more to condemn the bad behavior of the Columbus police who are behaving badly. And or the police officers that are behaving badly. So I drove over there to see what the police presence was like and to see if there was anybody who was having a hard time getting out, needed a ride or anything like that.
Which I thought was awesome of you to do.
I got stopped by a train. So here I am, like trying to drive home, getting stopped by a train before I get home for curfew. And I'm like, wow, this brings back some memories. Because growing up in Worthington, we would go out to the continent to go see movies and stuff like that, and then try to come back.
I remember the continent.
Yeah, we get stopped by trains all the time.
Yeah.
So that's what happened. So I'm like, oh my God. I got home at like maybe 7 till 10. So I got home just in the nick of time.
Right.
But I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm waiting for a train and trying to get home from curfew again. It's like, I feel like this is...
Well, you probably were okay because all the popos were downtown.
That was the thing, is that by the time I got to North Broadway and Kenny, there was really nothing going on.
Yeah.
No cop presence, nothing like that. So I think they were mostly over by Whetstone, because I think that's where everybody parked, because the mayor, for those of you who are familiar with Columbus, the mayor lives in the Knolls. And the Knolls is between Riverside Hospital and Henderson Road, just west of Olentangy River Road.
Okay.
And so there is a walking footbridge from the bike path that you can get to from the Parker Roses that will take you over the freeway and right into that neighborhood. Now, a lot of people, I think, parked at Whetstone because there's more parking and you didn't necessarily know if they were there for the protest or not. So they weren't in the neighborhood. They weren't in one of the schools by the neighborhood, so they parked there. So I think that's why they were mostly at Whetstone, was trying to pick people off when they were breaking curfew.
Okay.
So that's what happened. Yeah, there was almost nobody there, and so I tried to put on the site the page for the protest that, hey, if anybody's reading this and trying to get out, Kenny and Broadway is a pretty clear shot. But I think they had disabled comments by that point, so unfortunately I wasn't able to do it. But yeah, it was weird. It was weird. I'm like, this feels like 25 years ago, waiting on a train, hoping I get home in time for curfew.
Memories.
Yeah, seriously.
Right.
So bizarre. So Charles, you are in Hilliard, Ohio.
Yes, I was out. See, I'm kind of borderline Columbus, legally Hilliard. At least my mailing address is Hilliard, but it's that kind of borderline Columbus area. So we had like out here in the suburbs. We had restaurants closing early for the curfew.
I was wondering about that, because I wasn't sure if you guys were affected by it.
So, I went out to get some KFC for dinner, and they had like a sign right there on the speaker saying, "Hey, we're closing, closing down an hour, like the curfew's at 10. They were closing at 9 because of the curfew."
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, because they
Gotcha.
didn't know how things were going to go down. So that's basically, but of course nothing happened. So I don't know why they worried about it, but they did.
Well, like I said, the people who were doing the most of the violence were the cops, and we saw that across the country. The entire country has seen that there have been people trying to incite things to make it look worse than it is. So, but George Floyd was laid to rest today. So, our hearts.
Very nice service.
Yeah, our hearts are with his family, and we are hoping that if anything useful can come from his death, is that we'll see some change in how this country tolerates bad cops,
Right.
And it's like, I'm well aware. I got cops in my family. I'm well aware that they are not all bad. My grandfather would never have done this. My grandfather my grandfather, if they would have never done anything like that.
Right.
Um,
And I
but
and I know we're a Twin Peaks
you know,
podcast. Just real quick. I know we're a Twin Peaks podcast, but
this is bigger than Twin Peaks. This is bigger than Twin Peaks.
This is bigger than Twin Peaks, but so
Yeah.
indulge us for a little bit, everybody, because as we
Yeah.
talk about this, but we're not going to spend the entire podcast talking about it. Don't worry.
No,
So,
because this episode's good, Charles.
it is very good.
This is a good one.
Although I do have a Black Lives Matter related Twin Peaks type
Okay,
connection here. So to kind of segue us a little bit. So apparently, you know, I don't know if you're aware of this or not. You probably are because you're always like your finger on the pulse.
I figure anything with a pulse.
But
Bob's Burgers reference, everybody.
Exactly. So a lot of people, if you follow that David Lynch Theater account on the YouTubes.
On the YouTubes, yep.
You know that David Lynch has started back up doing his daily weather reports once again.
Yes, he has.
And recently, this past week, actually really like the past 2 days specifically, David Lynch promotes Black Lives Matter.
Thank you, David Lynch.
During his daily weather report.
Fantastic.
So yeah, he started doing these weather reports back up. You know, he used to do them a long time ago, and then he started them back up this past May.
Mm-hmm.
But on Tuesday, so we're talking June 2nd here, in his weather report, it featured just an empty chair and silence.
Good for him.
Nothing there because that was the Blackout Tuesday.
Blackout Tuesday. Yep.
And in support of that. So he did that, not promoting himself.
Good for him.
And then the following day, yesterday, he came back and had a sign reading Black Lives Matter. And
good job.
Peace, justice, no fear behind him.
Oh, nice.
As he did the weather report. And then he left the camera trained on that billboard behind him.
Cool.
That sign behind him after he left out of the
for him.
Out of the camera shot.
Good for you, David Lynch.
So there's David Lynch, you know, giving the cause its due.
Giving the what for.
Exactly. Telling it like it is, like it sounds.
Makes me proud to be a David Lynch fan, frankly.
Exactly. So it's very cool. You know, here he is, at 74 he is now, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that.
He gets it.
Yeah, he gets it. So hopefully you get it as well. And if not,
I hope so.
Why not?
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. It's like people, I wrote on my Facebook the other day, I'm like, okay, how about we compromise with our phrases and just say all Black Lives Matter?
Yeah, that was I really liked that post. That was good.
Because, you know, it's like,
yeah,
the reason we're saying Black Lives Matter is because we act like they don't.
Right. Well, and it's not just that only Black Lives matter, of course.
Yeah, but
right now they matter a little bit more.
Right now, no, it's not even that they matter a little bit more. It's that right now they're in danger.
Right.
And we act like they don't. Too many people act like they don't. Too many people, you know, will say, and another thing that I said was
that they don't matter. They treat them like they don't matter.
Right. Exactly. And so that's why we need to remind the world that Black Lives Matter. And, you know, I've said it before that nothing anyone has ever done, any alleged crime or any alleged antagonization of the police, anything like that that's happened, is a death penalty offense that people have been murdered for. You know what is a death penalty offense, though? Torture.
Mm-hmm.
And I think choking someone on the street in public is torture.
And that qualifies, yes. I would say so. I would say so.
Too.
I would say so. But
I would like to say one more thing about this.
Okay.
About why I'm happy about the second-degree murder charge.
Okay. That was upgraded from third degree.
Upgraded from third degree, which is good.
Right.
In the state of Minnesota, in order to get a conviction of a third-degree murder charge or first-degree murder charge,
right,
you have to prove premeditation. And if you can't prove premeditation, you can't find someone guilty of first-degree murder. So if we charge Derek Chauvin with first-degree degree murder and we can't prove premeditation,
Yes.
he walks. And we have double jeopardy in this country.
Right. Where you can't be
And
tried
he
twice
never
for the
goes
same crime.
he never
Yeah.
goes back to trial.
Yeah.
So this is a good thing
Yeah.
because you can prove the intent because he sat there ignoring him saying, I can't breathe. You're going to, and other people saying you're going to kill him. But I don't think you can prove that 3 weeks before, he's like, you know what? I'm going to find that guy I used to work with.
Yeah.
And when he commits a petty crime, I'm going to be there. And me and these other guys, we're going to figure out how to, no, you can't prove the premeditation. So as much as it would be nice to have him go down for first degree murder, if I were on that jury, I would have to find him not guilty of first degree murder because he's not guilty of first degree murder.
Well, the sad thing is it's going to be even difficult just to prove the second degree.
Well, I hope not. I hope not because we all saw it.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm just worried that personally, I'm worried that even with video evidence, I mean, it's pretty clear cut. Any sane person probably would have charged him within 10 minutes.
Yeah.
After watching that video.
And I consider racist people to not be sane. Thank you very much.
It should be a slam dunk. Instead of taking 9 entire days just to get upgraded from third degree to second degree.
At least we got it.
At least it's there. But
this is the thing. I mean, people can make a change in this country. People can raise their voices and demand change, and we can do it.
But my fear is, it's not going to be like the jury will be the jury because they'll want to side with the cops, and then all hell will break loose all over again.
I hope not. I mean, I hope it's here it is.
I hope I'm wrong.
And if it happens, I hope we remember his name forever and we make his life a living hell. Like he can't get hired. He can't get,
right.
Because he doesn't deserve to be,
yeah.
He deserves to be treated about as well as he treats everybody else.
Right. I mean, yeah. And we don't need to go into obviously all the things that the cops have done because that's been all over the news for the past 2 weeks. If you haven't seen it, you're intentionally not paying attention. Yeah. So there's no point in us talking about it.
Or you're on a respirator, in which case,
right.
I hope you get better soon.
Yeah. So everybody, keep checking your temperatures and keep a lock on your car doors so you don't get pulled out.
That works.
And then let's kind of like take a little bit of a break from our horrible reality of 2020 for just a little bit, for an hour, and let's talk some Twin Peaks, right?
Let's get some sandwiches in this hospital room.
Exactly. So here at episode...
Are we doing that this week? Are we doing that this week, or is that next week?
The sandwiches?
The sandwiches in the hospital room. Is that this week or not?
Well, this week's there's a hospital room.
All right.
So
I will say, Charles, I do one thing that has been adding a nice little bit of levity to my day. Have you seen those posts where it's Twin Peaks, but everybody's David Duchovny?
No, I have not.
Oh my God!
You need to post. You'll need to share some of those on the.
See if you can go to Google or something and do Twin Peaks, but everyone is David Duchovny.
Okay, we'll check those out.
Amazing. Somebody's basically just photoshopped David Duchovny's face on other characters.
That's funny.
And like everyone is David Duchovny. It's so freaking funny.
That's funny. So what you see, like David Duchovny as Laura Palmer, as Dale Cooper, that kind of thing?
As Laura, as Doppelganger Cooper, as both Chantal and Hutch. I mean, like,
nice.
It's just, it's awesome. Yeah, so.
All right.
Thank you, whoever is doing that Photoshop work, because I really...
yeah, we could use that, a little bit more of that right now.
Yeah, I really appreciate it.
Exactly. All right. So here at episode 76, we're talking No Knock, No Doorbell. The Twin Peaks The Return, Part 16.
Part 16.
Yep. So here we are, home stretch, everybody. And that aired on August 27th, 2017, written, of course, by Mark Frost and David Lynch, directed by David Lynch. You know that deal.
As it should be.
As it should be. And this is another big one, obviously, because, hey, we're getting really close to the end. So a lot of these loose threads that we thought would never come together are coming together.
Mm-hmm.
And this one's big for a number of reasons. We get to see the final fate of Richard Horne. Hooray! And there was much rejoicing.
Yay!
And there was much rejoicing. Hooray!
Yay!
And we get, oh hey, we finally get the return of a certain Federal Bureau of Investigation Special Agent Dale Bartholomew Cooper.
There's room for more than one beautiful man at the Federal Bureau of Investigation.
So finally restored to his former self. So the Cooper progress meter hits on 100% at long last.
He's had his 100 cups of coffee, and we are
Exactly.
here to save the Titanic.
Exactly. Very nice Futurama reference.
Thank you very much.
All right. We also get, oh, hey, Diane talking about the night that Dale Cooper's doppelganger visited her.
It's not good.
It's horrible.
It's not a good story.
It's, horrible in an uncomfortable way, but still damn good television.
Damn good television, but oh my God, poor Diane.
Yeah. And
now I know why she drinks where she drinks.
Exactly. And then, oh, hey, she turns out to be a tulpa.
At the Tulpa.
Tulpa
Diane.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Hitting the Barry Manilow. All the kids are into these days.
All the kids love the Barry Manilow. Yeah.
all the Manilows.
All the Fanilows.
The Fanilows, exactly.
The Fanilows, yeah.
So, hey, Audrey. Remember Audrey? She has another dance in this one.
She has another dance.
And
Isn't this music dreamy, Charles?
It's so dreamy. So, but unfortunately she has a rather rude awakening, quite literally.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Thank you. You like
I see
that?
what you did there.
You like that?
I do like that, yes.
All right.
If you guys have not seen Rude Awakening, I highly, highly recommend it. I don't know where the hell it is, but I think you should watch it because it's fantastic.
Yeah. So a lot going on in this one. Lots to talk about. Sheriff, we got a lot to talk about.
Sheriff, we got a lot to talk about. All right.
So let's do it. So without any further ado or don't, everybody, if you're playing the home game with us as we do our Twin Peaks commentaries once again, we are at the 1 minute 33 second mark, the black screen of blackness, and now it's dark. So we are doing that, and so that's where we got to pause. So if everybody's ready, we will do this in 3, 2, 1, doink.
Doink.
Synchronized videos.
Now it's dark.
Now this is like the Black Lives Matter of Twin Peaks.
Funny how things traveling on. Every time I see this, I hear David Bowie's "I'm Deranged." It goes through my head.
Every time I see something like this, it's like I hear that slow down Muddy Magnolias song.
Yeah, no, that's true. But I guess I'm just
the David Lynch version. Yeah,
right. I'm so the headlights on a road is a very lost highway for me. So I hear David Bowie's "I'm Deranged."
Nice,
which is amazing. So
I would say Smashing Pumpkins' "I" would also apply to this.
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
That kind of.
Yep. I was talking to Red Room Podcast and Blue Rose Magazine's Scott Ryan the other day.
Shout out.
And he was talking about, so what music are you listening to keep you sane during this? And I'm like, I'm kind of not, because I don't want the negative association.
I understand that.
And he's like, I've been listening to the Lost Highway soundtrack. I'm like, that would just make me sadder, because all it's going to do is remind me that I have to live in a world with no David Bowie. So
true. That's
a difficult prospect right there. So we are driving Richard out to the sticks.
Yep. So Mr. C is there with his kid, Richard. So it's kind of a father-son bonding moment in a weird way. In
a doppelganger Cooper sort of a way.
Or the David Lynch kind of way.
Yeah. And, if you were any kind of psychopath, Richard, you would have killed him by now and fixed this for us.
Pretty much. But I think this speaks to Richard's inexperience because You would think, you would have to try to kill Mr. C before he kills you.
You got to kill him before he kills
Yeah.
you. Daria will tell you that.
Yeah. But
Poor Daria.
but I have to think that Richard has some deep-seated father issues, and so he's kind of willing to go along with whatever Mr. C is because of that.
Well, he's a psychopath, so he's opportunistic, but he also needs a dad.
Yeah.
So, he's doing what he can.
So,
But
so we're out here in the middle of nowhere.
Do you understand the place?
Place?
He does not understand the place because he's a selfish psychopath that's never done anything for anybody.
So this is the whole meaning of the coordinates that has been teased throughout this series so far.
And if all the coordinates did was kill Richard, I'm fine with it.
Yeah, that's basically what it does.
I got no problems with that. So you're a very bright young man. Yeah, you're a psychopath.
Yeah, and if you were a little bit brighter, maybe you wouldn't be dead.
Yeah, but you know what? Good riddance, Richard.
Yep.
I got no time for child-murdering, woman-beating rapists.
You're a rat bastard, Richard, and I'm glad you're dead.
You are a vicious bastard, Richard, and I'm glad you're dead.
Yep. Thank you.
Oh, I'm glad he's dead. Oh,
what a day.
What a day. Oh, yay, it's Jerry!
It's Jerry, still running across the field. Oh.
Jerry saw some shit in the woods, I think.
I think I'm high.
Yes.
just for nostalgia's sake.
It never gets old.
This is like our last time we see Jerry, isn't it?
Yeah, this is the last time we see Jerry.
Yep.
Now Jerry, think about Richard growing up, where his father figures are his grandfather and his great uncle Jerry.
Yeah.
Good God.
Right. He's got the binoculars.
Yeah, he's got the binoculars the wrong way, which is hilarious.
Baby did a bad binoculars.
Doop boop doop boop 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 doop doop doop. Oh, maybe if I turn these around,
right,
I can see the right way.
Dear God,
it's Richard.
It's full of stars.
Oh man, what are we doing here? Which I know what Richard has to say. He's like, "Why are we here? What are we looking at? Are we here to be on this rock?"
I bet it's right up there on that rock.
Maybe it is. That rock looks like a little hairy potato. It's kind of cute.
It's like, hi, I'm the rock.
I'm 25 years older, so you go up there first.
Can you smell what the rock is cooking?
It doesn't matter! So, yeah. You know what you're going to find? It doesn't matter what you're going to find! So.
Respect to Mr. C for that spectacular mullet, though.
Oh, geez. You know what I was watching today, Charles? And I really shouldn't admit this, out loud to other human beings.
No, let alone be recorded on a podcast, right?
Yeah. I was watching Roadhouse.
Roadhouse.
And I feel like Mr. C and Sam Elliott in that movie have the same hair.
Yeah.
Where they have the pullback, the half pullback ponytail.
Yep.
Oh my God. And I was thinking about it, if there had been any less famous actors in that movie, that would just be an obscure ass movie that we would only know because it was on riff tracks.
Right. And Family Guy.
Roadhouse. No, Family Guy wouldn't have talked about it if it hadn't been such a famous movie.
That's true. Oh yeah, it wouldn't have existed. It wouldn't have mattered. Right?
Yeah, exactly. So you wonder if Mr. C knows if Jerry's even there, or does he even care?
I don't think he cares.
Yeah, Jerry is inconsequential to this moment. Just he happens to be here.
Right.
And he sees his nephew, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm not going down there with that guy."
Yeah, right.
This can't be good.
My nephew's an asshole anyway. I'm not going to do anything with it.
My nephew's kind of a squirrel-killing psycho.
Ominous music intensifying.
Ominous. It's ominous. He's here. Oh my God!
Electricity.
Electricity. Yeah, keep standing there, Richard. This is like...
No, you're good. You're good.
Yeah. I don't know if you've ever seen The Green Mile, Charles.
Yeah.
But I think we've got Delacroix right here.
Poof.
I think that's what just happened. So Jerry just watched his nephew die. Oh,
And there was
so
much
that's what
rejoicing.
happens. Maybe
Hooray, he's dead.
I'll go stand up there. Yeah. Go away, Richard. And then here we have the famous line, "Goodbye, my son."
Yep.
Which
So
because
confirmation.
We were all wondering,
Yep.
is Richard a product of Doppelganger Cooper raping Audrey? And now we know.
Yep.
Bad binoculars. You made me see bad things.
Binoculars.
Yeah, like it's the binoculars' fault. I think that's funny.
Well, to be fair, it is Jerry. But
yep. And I think he's high.
And Mr. C's like kind of like, oh, so that happened. Okay.
Yeah, he's like he's got an old phone that apparently isn't backlit, so he has to
right.
Go stand by the headlights of the car.
Well, he's very, very sensitive, protective of his eyes, so he doesn't backlight.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got no signal out there, so he can't send his
right text.
Can't send his
it's gonna wait
text out.
It's waiting.
Just gonna wait.
Meanwhile, back in Rancho Rosa.
Rancho Rosa. No, we're not in Rancho Rosa, are we?
I think we are.
Did we determine that Dougie does not live in Rancho Rosa because it's a nicer neighborhood?
That's true. We did talk about that, but it looks a lot like Rancho Rosa.
All of these McMansions all look the same, but yeah, I think Rancho Rosa is.
I just like the idea of thinking that it's like one side of the development and the other side of the development.
That would be nice. That would work. Yeah.
But, yeah. Here's Chantal and Hutch, presumably after Wendy's.
And here, no, because she's eating the Cheetos. So, or she's gonna eat Cheetos.
Okay.
So, Cheetos. Why do I not have Cheetos again? Right. Why am I watching this with no Cheetos?
Especially since this is their last appearance as well.
This is their last appearance and has my favorite line of Chantal's.
Which is? Oh, wait for it. I'll wait for it.
Yeah. See, I mean,
as they meet their end at the hands of a Polish accountant.
Yep. The thing about, look, they've got the snack pack.
Yeah. I like how she just throws it on the floor. It's like, eh.
Yeah. She's like, oh, maybe this bag has a few more Cheetos in it. See now.
You get the vibe that they don't clean the van; they just steal a new van.
Yeah, I don't necessarily think this is their van. I think it's their snack pack, but that's about it.
Right.
Not
really worried about leaving evidence behind, apparently.
So they've been told to do a job, but now the job has just gotten much more complicated because...
What's this?
Got some other hired goons coming in here.
Hired goons?
Hired goons. They're up to no good because their suits are shiny.
Right.
And outside of the 80s, that's not a good thing.
Hutch is wondering, who's their tailor?
I'd love to know his tailor. Yeah, we got crooked. Crooked.
Well, Las Vegas. These are the agents we don't care about.
This guy, by the way, right here.
Yeah.
Is now on Roseanne, or on the Connors.
Oh, okay, I haven't been watching that, so.
It's kind of the Darlene show, so I'm watching it because I always loved Darlene as a kid.
Sarah Gilbert, yeah.
Yeah. So he is.
Makes sense.
Yeah, he's on the Connors now. He plays Darlene's boyfriend.
Okay, interesting. I didn't know that.
And, Ben, yep, and
cool.
I like him quite a bit.
Good riddance.
Well, that's one less thing you got to worry about today with all those cops.
Just one more thing I got to worry about today.
Just more shit I got to do today. Oh man.
Monitor
Dougie
Boop.
Jones.
Boop. Now, is it just me, or is this shot kind of reminiscent of what's her name? I can't believe I'm blanking on her name.
Okay.
Ronette Pulaski.
It is kind of reminiscent of Ronette Pulaski. Yeah.
Because it is just that whole vibe. I think. I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't believe I blanked on her name.
Go into a coma, they can stay there for years.
Yeah, like Audrey, apparently.
Mom, does a coma have something to do with electricity? Sometimes, honey.
Well, in this case, it did.
I love Bushnell Mullins.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
You let the mom talk to the kid, to have him figure it out. But
Well, Sunny Jim, let me tell you about electricity.
let me explain about electricity.
Oh,
Aw.
and here come the
Here they
Mitchum
come.
boys
Yeah,
with a
I
get,
love
with
that.
a get well basket.
Get well soon, Dougie. What did they make sure? What did he make sure they got? $30 million,
Something like that.
something like that. Yeah.
So now here we finally have the Mitchums meeting Janie E.
Yeah, these are the men who bought you your gym set.
Yep, and the car.
And the car, and
Yep.
yeah, every kid should have a gym set. Even we had a gym set in our orphanage. I love how Candy Manny and Sandy are here too.
Right.
And see, yeah, little mini sandwiches.
And here are my Stepford girlfriends, Candy Manny and Sandy.
Yeah, these are what you call finger sandwiches.
Made with real fingers?
You eat them with your fingers. Like every other sandwich known to man.
Right.
I always think that's so funny about finger sandwiches. It's like, what?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe an open-faced roast beef sandwich you eat with a fork, but every other sandwich known to man you eat.
Unless you put unless it's like a big messy sandwich and you put a napkin around it. So
or like you have those burgers that it comes wrapped in the wax paper.
Yeah. Like a sub sandwich.
Yeah, we're gonna go stock up. We're going to Costco.
We're gonna load that place up. Yeah.
So finger sandwiches, and here's my house keys, and thank you so much for everything.
Here you go, guys. I just met.
Could you not look in that closet where there's the $347,000 that we took from you from gambling? Could you maybe not find that? That'd be great. Thanks.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, that'd be fabulous.
So meanwhile, in the Gordon cave.
Meanwhile, in Gordon Cole's hotel room, a French prostitute wonders why all the beeping noises. So yeah,
they have totally pimped out that hotel room. It's like, I got my quads over here. Got my quad, and then
here's the thing about Gordon Cole. I feel like
got my mix machine.
I don't know if Gordon Cole's hearing aid is more of a comment on Gordon Cole or more of a comment of how cheap ass the government healthcare system is.
That's a good point.
That he still has to have that crappy one.
Well, no, he upgraded. It's not the same.
But it's still one of the ones. It's not one of those little radio controlled ones that you can barely see in your ear. He still has to carry it around.
It's not exactly the finest that's out there, but
let's go find the potty.
I like to think it's because just Gordon likes. It's hard for him to switch. He's not one to change.
Yeah, Gordon probably doesn't like a lot of change.
I can't imagine so.
Now, I always really hope, for Dougie's sake, that he could go back to still being the guy that everybody loves, even after this is over.
I hope so.
That'd be nice.
It'd be kind of interesting to see where the new Dougie Tulpa, how that turned out. I would like
the
to know.
FBI. Yeah, tell the FBI to come to the goddamn hospital.
Right.
I've been sitting here for 15 episodes waiting for this.
It's like, get on with it.
Oh my God, yes. I don't want Cooper and the FBI to be a snuffleupagus again.
No, at this point, I think we were like all looking at our watch, going, "Hello, come on, David.
Oh my God, please.
Let's get this moving here. We're running out of episodes.
Can we please do this?"
It's like we're in episode 16, and he's in a coma. Yeah. And I think a lot of this were like, "Oh God, is he going to be in a coma until episode 18?"
I think we were all like, "Is this really going to happen?" But fortunately,
thankfully, it was not a long coma stay.
Nope, it was not a long coma. It did not last for years. But and see, Hutch and Chantal, they're not good with their intel because more Cheetos.
Give me
She's
them
hungry.
Cheetos. Nom, nom,
I don't blame her.
Nom, nom.
I don't blame her.
She's addicted to Cheeto crack.
How do you not get addicted to Cheeto dust?
She does little lines of Cheeto dust. She breaks out the razor blade in the mirror.
Just licks it. Just licks it. It's good.
Or is she? Oh, you think she's one of those that puts it in her palm of her hand and just kind of licks the palm of her hand?
No, I think she licks her finger and then puts her finger in the bag.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Does that little swirl around the bag? Got it. Okay.
Yeah,
that's her
your
technique.
finger, and then you put it into the little corner of the bag, and then you get all the.
Yeah, because she's
That's
doing
the
it right
technique,
there.
yes.
Yeah, she's doing it right there.
Mm-hmm.
It's good.
Yeah.
Good observation.
See, I'm a drinker. You know, when I want that dust, I'll straighten the bag out, and then I'll just
kind of
pour it in my mouth.
in.
So I drink the dust.
Got it.
Yeah. Yeah, Sammy was a good guy.
She kind of savors it.
Yep. I love how they're just,
hanging out in the van.
They're sort of they're just sort of perfect for each other. I mean, they're psychos, but they're just kind of perfect for each other.
Well, they get along.
It's kind of adorable.
It's one of those things that probably brings their relationship together. You know, the couple that slays together stays together.
Yeah, their psychopathy matches each other's. You know, it's perfect. Look, it's the Amazon ice cream truck. Yeah, see, you guys should probably just go.
Right. So now there's a limo pulling up.
Is one of them guys Dougie? No. None of them is Dougie. Here it is, right here.
This last effing bag.
Right here.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
What if I was?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So, don't ask a woman that.
No,
don't ever ask a woman that.
No.
Because you think she's being unreasonable or irrational.
That's like a big, 4-alarm bell going off for any guy.
You don't do
that. No, you don't. No.
It's none of your damn business, and it has nothing to do with anything.
Yeah. Just asking for trouble if you ask that question.
You know what? This wouldn't happen if you weren't being annoying. Okay?
Right.
That's how it works.
Yeah. So just keep there, sit there, be quiet, just say nothing. Watch what's going on.
Yeah. You know what? I should have gone to Costco and gotten some little mini sandwiches. Those little pinwheel sandwiches that they brought in, those look really good right now. I'm hungry. I've kind of I had a tuna sandwich today, and that was it.
No dinner, probably.
Not yet. Chris is making dinner right now. He's making quiche, and it smells fabulous.
Okay. Well, don't worry. We'll wrap this up. So.
Oh no, quiche takes about an hour to cook. It's fine.
Waski Accounting.
Yep.
So,
what?
Hello. You're in my driveway.
You're in my driveway. This will not end well for you.
We're not in your driveway.
Oh, see?
Yep.
Yeah, he's just going to go back to his car.
Dude just wants to get into his driveway.
I move
car. Then I go get moose and squirrel.
Well, Here we go. I move your car.
This is how I move car.
Please to release parking brake. Yeah.
Put in neutral. Car go farther if you put in neutral.
I want this guy to do all of my accounting because I think it's awesome.
Yeah, I want to know what kind of accounting firm he works for.
Yeah, seriously.
So basically, Chantal takes a shot at him. In broad daylight.
Oh, yeah.
And he returns fire. Didn't expect that, did you?
Did not expect this.
It's almost like he's got an Uzi.
Yeah, he does.
Which I don't think anybody uses Uzis anymore.
Yeah. That's right. I'm a psycho. With an Uzi.
So this whole thing goes sideways. He's ventilates their van.
They get the Bonnie and Clyde treatment right here.
Yep.
And the Mitchum brothers, they can take care of some shit too. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not an Uzi. It's something else.
How hard would it have been to just move the van, you guys?
Right. Right. All this over because you wouldn't the van was maybe a couple of inches into his driveway.
If you had just moved it,
yep,
you'd be next stop Wendy's.
Yep, next stop, hell apparently.
Yeah, seriously. I love this line right here.
Yeah. What the F kind of neighborhood is
That
this?
kind of neighborhood. People
People
are
are
under a lot
allowed
of stress, Bradley.
That's a great quote. That's a great.
It's so true, too.
That's a great exchange.
Yeah. Bump. Yeah. Park Mike.
And now he's got to deal with some FBI guys.
We're going to need some more FBI guys.
This is Agent Johnson, Special Agent Johnson.
No relation.
No relation. I love how the Mitchums are just kind of watching the play-by-play on this.
I know. They're like, we should just drop off the Costco walker and then go.
Yeah, we're just going to back away.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't need an ambulance.
Yep, Lancelot Court.
Lancelot Court. Ow.
Poor Polish accountant. He just wanted to get into his driveway, and look what happened.
Accountants are under a lot of stress, Charles. So.
Poop. Poop.
Wake up, 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 wake up! Come on.
Come on, Mike. Get there. Hurry up. We're waiting.
Get there faster.
Get your, you got only one arm. You should be able to get there faster. You have less wind resistance.
Come on. Although it might be harder to hitchhike.
That's true.
Depending on what side of the road you're on.
Brutal. That was brutal.
That was mean.
That was funny, but mean.
Well,
Yeah. Apologies if you only have one arm.
Here we go. Come on, Mike.
For our lack of sensitivity.
Philip Jeffries.
Finally. Is he?
Oh, yes! And here we are.
Hello.
Oh! Finally!
No, exactly. Mike speaks for all of us at this point. Finally.
He speaks for all of us right now. He didn't go back in. Not like he was supposed to. He's still out.
So what?
You got to go get him, Coop.
Either you or him have to go back.
You and Freddie. Don't take the ring, Cooper.
Don't take the ring.
Maybe you can take it this time. I don't know. I don't know the rules.
Well, I think it's, if I'm not mistaken, the ring is turned up instead of upside down.
Oh, okay. It's one of those. Do you have the seed? Where is the seed? Gotta leave it on the chair. Where we go. There it is.
There's my little ball bearing.
You unwrap it. It's got chocolate.
Boink.
Oh, what's that?
I need you
to make another one.
Make another Dougie.
Make another Dougie so this family can be whole again.
Cooper just woke up from a coma, and he's already looking out for Janie E. and Sonny Jim.
I think Janie E. is probably the least problematic sex he's ever had in his life.
Probably.
Yeah.
I would say. Yeah, because considering how everybody else has turned out.
Yeah, seriously. Look, Daddy's awake.
That's why I was kind of surprised that they go to the trouble of making another Dougie.
Well, of course they do, because they deserve something.
But I thought that maybe, you would think, well, if this was any other movie, any other director, any other normal film, Cooper would have ended back up with Janie E. and Sonny Jim. But
yeah, go find a doctor.
But this is not the podcast for that. No.
I need I need all of the sandwiches.
Yes, give me all the sandwiches.
All the finger sandwiches, roast beef, all of them. Oh my God, I'm so hungry.
Damn good sandwich.
Oh.
And chewy.
Tuna salad sandwich, wheat bread.
It's like, I love how he's telling the doctors, like, will you confirm my vitals? Like, give me my clothes. We only got like 2.5 episodes left.
Yeah, we gotta get moving.
We gotta get moving on this. And suddenly we're off. We're off to the races after all this like drawn out Dougie for weeks on end.
Yep. I'll get dressed and I'll meet you downstairs.
So there's kind of a slight pacing inconsistency here.
Yeah, it's just rip all your crap out of your.
Yep. Just we don't have time to no time to lose.
No time for love, Dr. Jones.
No time for love, Dr. Jones. Yeah, exactly.
Dad's talking a lot. Yeah, and he's making sense.
Yeah, what's up with that?
And he's so take charge.
So, how turned on do you think she is by now?
If it's half as much as I am, then she's losing her mind. Yeah.
So how on the Xan scale is Janie E right now?
If, like I said, she's probably about at least an 8.
Okay. All right, solid 8. Gotcha.
A solid 8. Black suit.
He
Roger.
is the
All right,
man
listen,
in
hold
black.
on. Dougie's awake.
It's like, I'm not Dougie, but whatever you need, Dougie. Then he's like, okay, how about a plane? We're gassing it up right now. Road trip.
Got a tank up, flying on fumes here.
Statistically speaking, it's still the safest way to travel.
Hope this hasn't put you off flying, Mr. Cooper. Seriously. Let's go.
In the car. Everybody in the car.
If he does, read him this message.
Yay! Julie Cruz's Falling is playing.
Which, as we all know, is the Twin Peaks theme.
Exactly. You're a fine man, Bushnell Mullins.
I will not soon forget your kindness and decency. And the fact that you understood my game of Hangman.
Oh, what about the FBI? I am the FBI. Yes!
Yes!
All the yes.
This is fantastic. Move over, I'm going to drive.
He's got a hot car.
Yep. Come on, scooch it. Yep. Scooch it over, Janie.
Yep, I'm driving.
Fasten your seatbelt. It's going to be a bumpy night.
Yeah.
Do it. Let's do it.
Cooper Mobile.
Oh, he's back, and he's back with a vengeance.
He's back, baby.
Yep.
And meanwhile...
well, just a little
late.
Too late.
Yep. Wah, wah.
Wah, wah, wah. That's the one. That's the one. So good. How do we get to the Silver Mustang Casino? No, I'm not going to start gambling. We got to go deal with the game.
That was the other guy. Mr. Jackpots.
Sonny Jim is just loving the ride back there. He's like, yeah, check it out.
Do you notice there's no license plate
Dad
on that car?
Dad can drive really good.
Yeah.
Look at Janie E. She's like, Dougie, do you find me attractive?
You know her hand is sliding over right now.
Well, yeah, you know it is.
Yeah.
Want all of Diane's clothes.
It's very form-fitting.
Yeah. Not terribly. It's cool. I mean,
well, it's got kind of an Asian design to it.
Oh, what does that mean?
Uh-oh.
What does that mean?
Finally got the text.
1632. Is that a year or something?
Smiley face
no, chunk.
all.
No, it's your top score in pole position. Yes, it's a year chunk.
Yep.
All right.
Smiley face all. No.
Oh boy, I want our purse too. Let's drink some more gin. I'm here to tell you that fixes a lot.
Drink them while you got them.
Seriously.
Although
we take a 5-minute break.
Although I will point out that alcohol is not really good for depression.
Well,
because it's a depressant.
Not in the long run.
Not in the long run. Just for the short term.
Yeah. The cause and solution to
she remembers
all of life's problems.
So was that apparently that text a trigger?
I don't know quite like
a post-hypnotic kind of thing, or
don't know. Let's see what happens.
So she texts the coordinates, but he's already been to the coordinates.
0115999. All right.
6753099.
There we go.
Janie E, who do I turn to?
Janie E's sister's got a gun. Yeah, here we go.
I'm going Yeah.
If you, Gordon.
Dog's playing poker on the wall. No.
Yeah. I would stay at a hotel like that in a second. I love senses of humor like that. I think it's wonderful.
Right. So she knows. She knows at this point this is where she's gonna this is it.
This is her moment. Yeah.
She only has maybe a limited time left, so she's gonna make the most of it. What do you think?
Well, she's a tulpa, so she's doing what she can do.
Right.
She's doing all she can do, really. Do you know the writer John Ronson?
No, I don't.
His family owns a hotel in England, and they hired some artists to do a family portrait of them. And then he unveiled it, and he said, I took some artistic license. He drew them all as zombies. He painted them all as zombies. It was hilarious.
That is funny.
He's on This American Life every once in a while, and it's quite funny. Spidey sense, this Gordon sense is tingling.
Exactly. Donut disturb. Oh.
I want to disturb the donuts.
Now I want donuts so bad.
Why am I not eating donuts or Cheetos? What the?
Or Wendy's.
Oh my God. When I used to do fundraising for WSU when we had our auction, on the last night we would always have a party, and it would have a party tray from Katzinger's. Oh my God.
The deli.
Great little sandwiches.
A local deli in town here in Columbus, by the way.
Yeah, fantastic.
For those of you wondering what she meant.
Yep. Delicious, delicious deli.
You have to respect her posture game right here.
Oh, yeah. This is Oscar award-winning Laura Dern. Thank you very much.
Exactly. Right.
Oh, boy. Here's her terrible, terrible story.
Yeah. So now we finally get to find out exactly what happened after Cooper's doppelganger emerged from the Black Lodge. Yeah.
I feel like it might seem from the from at first glance, it might seem that Albert is asking her if she wants a drink sarcastically, but I think Albert knows that she's going to tell them something that's not good.
Right.
So I think Albert is actually asking her.
You think it's genuine?
I think it's genuine. Yeah. Actually asking her if she wants a drink because he knows whatever she's going to tell them is going to be difficult to tell them.
Well, to be fair, I think we should all be drinking at this moment.
Yeah, this is a pretty bad.
Unless you're an alcoholic, that would be bad. But
well, and see, this is interesting. This is 3 or 4 years after Cooper stopped contacting her.
Yeah.
So
she was still working at the bureau.
Yeah.
One night, no knock, no doorbell.
Just comes in.
There's the title, everybody.
Yep, no knock, no doorbell. Heard that somewhere before.
Mm-hmm. He just walked in.
Yep.
Standing in my living room.
And yeah, and can you imagine?
So apparently the tulpa does have the real Diane's memories.
Oh yeah, just like Doppelganger Cooper.
Right.
He knows everything Cooper knows, but
now the tulpa is even though she knows she's the tulpa.
Yeah.
So she's feeling it as it would happen to her, as if it happened to her.
I can't imagine how horrible it would be to have someone you love and respected who's been missing for 4 years.
Right.
Finally come back, and then this happens.
Or here's the question. Was Diane taken as a tulpa or replaced by her tulpa before Mr. C left the Black Lodge?
No, I think this is what did it.
Okay.
I think this is when he did it.
When they replaced her?
Right, because after this she left the bureau and everything that went downhill for her went downhill. So,
obviously we're not going to know what the timeline is here, but just trying to get a handle on it.
Yeah. Yeah. So
And
we'll see.
Laura Dern's performance as Diane, so expressive here.
It's fabulous. Yep.
You can just feel the emotion coming off of her face.
Yeah.
So expressive.
See, so they'd kissed before, so they'd had like a sort of a mutual admiration and attraction for each other.
That is a serious.
And as soon as he kissed me,
that's a serious nail polish choice there.
Yeah, I love the nail polish. Yeah, as soon as he kissed me, something went wrong.
And she felt
and
afraid.
I felt afraid. Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah, this is. Yeah, we might have to like just clean off after this.
Yeah, this scene will give you the feeling that you need to take a shower.
Yeah,
I think. Yeah, those are like little dragony seahorses on her sweater, aren't there?
Something like that.
So, yeah, and I'm thinking about how often has Doppelganger Cooper done this to somebody?
And you notice, like, Gordon's not pressing her, Albert's not pressing her, no quips.
Nothing. No, he's just listening.
Yeah.
And Albert knows to shut up too.
Yeah. Even Albert shuts up.
Yeah. So they know that this is very, very serious. And he took me somewhere like an old gas station. Oh, like a convenience store?
They lived above it.
Yeah. See, this is where I think it happens. When he takes her in there.
I think you're right.
They go and see the Philip Jeffries machine, and then that's when I think she became.
There's a Philip Jeffries in the percolator.
Yeah, that's when I think she became the tulpa.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And so here's Diane is like almost.
And now she's in the sheriff's station.
She's coming out because she knows she's in the sheriff's station. She knows she's Nido.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is where it all kind of hits us.
Yeah. And it's like Diane is trying to fight back from her split self.
Right.
And
the real Diane.
Tammy knows something's about to go down. So Tammy's getting ready.
Yep. I'm not me.
See, she's fighting. She's fighting.
Who am I? Who are you?
Who are you really?
This is just an incredible performance by Laura Dern.
Yeah, she's fighting.
So she takes it. Oh, and then everybody unloads on her, Albert and
both,
Tammy.
Yeah, and then she just goes away.
She does that whole Laura whoosh out of there.
Who do you think that is there? She was never here.
Meet the long lost Philip Jeffries.
Yeah, it's very similar to what happened.
Yep.
You know, she's just gone. So, and it's because she's fighting.
That
was a real
Tammy and Albert are freaked out, but Gordon is just like piecing it together. Sheriff's station?
We've got to let's get a flight to Spokane and then rent a car. But yeah, she was fighting. Diane was fighting to get back to herself.
And now we're back in the Black Lodge.
Now we're back in the lodge with all the furniture that I want.
I would love that decor.
Oh my God, that chair. Someone manufactured you.
No kidding.
F you, Philip.
Yep, I know.
Yep.
Even at this point, the tulpa is defiant.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah. Ew, ow.
Yeah.
Make those noises. Crunchy noises.
Well, she's got some sinus problems, and that kind of helps relieve the pressure.
Yeah, it does.
Object whooshing.
Here's another seed. So somebody took a seed from Diane and made a tulpa.
Right.
And put Diane somewhere to be safe, but I don't get it.
Air whooshing. She's kind of inflating, in and out, in and out.
Yep. Boop. Oh, she just Obi-Wan Kenobi'd.
If you strike me down, I should become more powerful than you could possibly imagine.
can't win, Philip.
So that happened.
So that happened. So yeah, Diane, you gotta love Diane for putting up a fight.
Right.
You look great, and kids aren't allowed in this casino. We gotta go.
It's almost like the Tulpa, the Diane Tulpa just wanted to keep existing, and then realized her time was up.
Yeah. Yeah. Sonny Jim, Janie E, come with me.
Yep.
I'm gonna make sure that you have a Dougie who's just as awesome as me, but I gotta go.
Now, if I recall correctly, this was the last of Kyle MacLachlan filming.
Yeah, I like it. Maybe it's got something to do with a coma. I don't know, but I like it.
Side effects.
There's like 80 chairs around you guys.
Right.
You have to kneel on the ground.
Exactly. What he's got to set the team down. It's like, okay, kids. So here's the play.
This is so sweet. I think Cooper really did enjoy his time with them. Just, being...
oh, yeah, I do. And I think he actually cares
He
deeply
really...
for him. Yeah.
My question is, does Cooper know who Janie E is?
I think he does. Because...
In relation to Diane.
Yeah. Well, he says this, he just said, we're a family. We are a family.
Yeah, we're a family. And I think he just...
No. And she said,
you're
not Dougie?
This is what? Yeah, Sonny Jim, this is really weird.
Yeah, this is pretty unfair to Sonny Jim at this point. Yeah. It's like he said, "You're my dad."
I'm your dad, Sonny Jim. I promise. But I think he really does genuinely.
I love you both.
I think he does genuinely love them. I think this is what he's always hoped he could have, but it's always gone so wrong for him.
Well, and he got to have a taste of it, and now he realizes, well, hey, I got to go, take Laura Palmer out of the timeline. So
yeah, I gotta go. I gotta be me, but I'm gonna walk through that red door, and I'll be home for good. And like I said, I hope that the new Dougie is just as good for them as.
You'd like to think that they got their happy ending.
Yeah, that he stays friends with the.
At least for Sonny Jim's sake.
He stays friends with the Mitchum brothers, and they do whatever they can do. So.
And these two look really good together on screen.
They do. I have to go. But I'm going to come back.
I've got to go to work.
He's out there right now. I got to go to work.
I got to go to work. Work. Batman!
Go with a smile.
And we could do the whole bat dance riff.
Oh, seriously. Yeah.
Coop dance.
Yeah, right. And now I'm reminded that I have to live in a world without Prince, too.
Right. Sorry.
That just sucks.
They're not dead as long as you remember them.
No, that's true. And he said he's coming back, and he's going to come back. And even if he doesn't, you have a second home at this casino, my friend.
Right. Mr. Jackpots.
Mr. Jackpots. The Mitchum brothers will always take care of you.
And if you realize, like, all that stuff, Cooper, how many lives Cooper affected?
Yes.
So, like, he helped the Mitchums out. He helped Sonny
Candy,
Jim
where's my
and
Bloody
Janie,
Mary?
Got their lives on track.
I love how they have, like, celery in this limousine.
Well, it's probably like a little mini fridge in there. And
they all have to be squashed in the limousine because they have to take the ladies with them all the time.
I love how they're just sitting around the limo. They don't get thrown around by the car driving around.
I know. Yep.
Because none of them are wearing seatbelts, apparently.
Yep.
So you better hope there's not an accident.
True. I love how
you think Cooper at least would be wearing the seatbelt.
Yeah, Mandy, Candy, and Sandy are just all in lewds.
Right. It's like, okay, so what is up with these three?
But we are not traditionally welcome in such places. Or by such aforementioned people. Law enforcement.
Those types.
Yeah. Friends, that's about to change.
I witness to the fact that you both have hearts of gold.
Yep. Yeah, candy.
Damn good coffee.
Aw. But that's another thing. Do they have a coffee maker in this limo? I mean, what's going on
What
in here?
the question is, what don't they have in this limo?
Yeah, I guess not. Cherry pie.
Well, they stop off for that. Ladies and
We
gentlemen, the Roadhouse is proud to welcome Edward Louis Severson.
Edward Louis Severson.
a.k.a. Eddie Vedder, you guys.
And we're thinking, who's that?
Well, if you know his real name. Yeah. This is Eddie Vedder going by his real name.
And then when he came on stage, I was like, oh, so Vedder is not a family name, apparently.
Yep.
So
this is him singing Out of Sand. Not one of my favorites, but I'm not Pearl Jam guy, so.
Yeah, this is fine. Yeah, I was never a huge Pearl Jam fan either, but I think Eddie Vedder's a decent person. I think he's a good musician.
Oh, yeah. I agree with that, but
so,
can't dispute that.
I will say though, if I were at a bar, this song and Just You would really, I think, bring down the bar.
Right. Yes.
That would just really bring down the mood, I think. I think got to keep it hopping.
Yeah. That's why Audrey comes in to dance later. Yeah, this is in traditional Eddie Vedder form. This song is kind of a downer, needless to say. He's not exactly known for rocking out much. Crowd is swaying.
Yeah, exactly. They're just swaying around. Yeah.
Hopefully they're not still stepping on Ruby.
Poor Ruby, just sitting there on the floor.
Right. Can you imagine if she was still there? Like, I'm still on the floor. Come get me.
Can somebody come pick me up off the floor and let me at least get to a bar stool?
I've fallen and I can't get up.
Yeah, right.
There's not really a lot to talk about, obviously, at this point.
Nope. Yeah, we're just kind of listening.
Yep. And let me see. Oh, hey, who just showed up? It's Audrey and Charlie, everybody.
They finally made it to the damn Roadhouse.
Right. They finally figured out to put their coats on and come to the Roadhouse. And you notice Audrey's not even wearing a coat unless she checked it. But
of course she needs her coat. She's going out.
Right. But Charlie was so sleepy.
He's very sleepy, Audrey. He's had a long day.
2 martinis. Oh. He's living large. Got to give him out.
They both drink the same.
Yep.
So
he's the kind of guy to order for his woman. So yep.
Well, I will say that as much as I'm not like a I don't agree with Damone.
Right.
That you should find out what she likes in order for the both of you. It's a classy move. It's like,
yeah,
she's an adult. Let her order for herself. But I do think there is something charming about a man who knows what his woman's drink is.
Right.
Like if you know.
It shows that he knows her, is what you're saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it shows that he knows
what she
likes and what she's,
right. So there's
what she's going for, that kind of thing.
There's an argument to be made for that.
Yeah, I think it's a classy move.
So okay, they're finally at the Roadhouse.
Finally at the Roadhouse, but of course we know Billy's not there because Billy's just drooling in jail.
Apparently, but he's annoying Chad, so that's good.
That's totally fine by me.
I'm cool with that. We just
Chad,
don't want to look at him. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Chad. Here's to Billy.
Here's to us, Audrey. Here's to Billy.
Here's to Billy. Clink.
Clink. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Roadhouse.
Audrey's
dance.
Oh, my absolute favorite piece of music from this.
Yeah. So.
Absolutely.
Going all the way back to what, episode 3 of season 1. Or was it 2?
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember. Is it 2 or 3? Where we got to see Audrey dancing in the double R.
I think it was
diner.
the second one. I think it's episode 2. Okay. Yeah. but I could be wrong.
Yeah. But
It's
anyway,
a long time.
this is a kind of where Lynch is going full circle here a little bit with the original show.
Yeah, this is like the greatest. I was so happy to see this.
And a lot of us old school fans were like, yes.
We were kind of losing our collective minds.
Yeah, especially where she's swaying and.
Yep. She's doing the dance.
Yeah.
You can't. There's no doubt about it. She's doing the dance. It's awesome.
Oh, by the way, as she's doing the dance here, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of something else. Never mind.
All right.
I'm thinking of something. I'm jumping ahead a little bit in my brain.
Are you jumping ahead?
Yeah,
okay.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to spoil it.
Don't give spoilers.
Yeah, not yet. I know, because for something that we've already watched. Yes, I know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you don't want to do that.
Yeah. But this is a much more involved dance than what she did in the double R.
It's a much more involved dance because she's got a little bit more room and she's a little bit older now. And
right. But it's nice that Lynch gave her a moment.
Yep. Oh my gosh. I love this piece of music so much. And I love this woman so much. She's such a beautiful soul who just smells like powder and sweetness.
And depending on how the lighting goes, it's almost like, you see glimpses of her much younger self.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. You totally see that.
Especially in the face, just depending on the shadows and whatnot, it's like, it's eerie is what it is.
Oh, yeah. Totes.
So all of a sudden, a fight breaks out.
Mm-hmm.
Lights out, Mr. Monkey Wrench.
Why are you messing with the fantasy, Wyatt?
Right.
Know the reality.
So she's begging her, get me out of here.
Get me out of here.
Uh-oh.
What?
What?
That's not good.
And not like in a David Tennant. What?
Yeah, that is not good.
And so Audrey's dance resumes.
Yep.
But here's the twist, guys. It's being played in reverse by the Roadhouse Band.
What?
So
what is that all about?
That's how this episode ends.
So creepy.
So did Audrey just wake up from her coma, or is she somewhere else?
She's still in it, in my opinion. I think she's still in it.
Right. You think she's still trapped in there, but
I think she's still trapped in there. Yeah.
But that seemed like that the whole weight room was like the reality almost, but
it kind of does.
Because the look she has on her face is like,
yeah.
Oh my God, I'm old now.
Maybe, but also it's just sort of like, where the hell am I? Right. I think there's a lot of that too.
I mean, it could be interpreted a whole bunch of ways, I think.
Yeah, I think,
but I like, just for me personally, I would, as if I was writing that explanation out, I would think, okay, she just woke up from her coma that she's been in since she was much younger, and now she sees her older face. Realizing,
even not even that, not even the older face, just I was just dancing in the Roadhouse and now I'm in this white room looking in a mirror. What the hell is going on?
Right.
So, I think there's a lot to it. There's a lot going on there. There's a lot to unpack for Audrey.
It's deliberately ambiguous, obviously.
Yeah, I think so. But yeah, I think it's a lot. I think it's a lot for her, frankly.
A lot of theories you could speculate, which of course is fun for fans.
Well, sort of fun for fans,
Frustrating for fans.
Well, I don't like the fact that Audrey is in peril. That bothers me.
Yeah, and that's how we leave her, unfortunately. This is the last we see of Audrey.
Yeah, this is it.
So this is kind of what, again, another argument for like why season 4 needs to happen, right?
Yeah, like we need another argument for why season 4 needs to happen.
Yeah, but
because we need joy in our lives.
Because you can't just leave Audrey here, can you?
No, you can't. At least you shouldn't, frankly, in my opinion.
Well, David Lynch, you're getting older. You better hurry up and direct that, or it's
not even that. It just we got nothing to live for right now.
We need hope, is what you're saying.
We need something good in our bleak little lives.
No, we do have.
And now,
yes.
and now comes the part where David Lynch gives us something to hope for in our miserable little lives.
How great would that be right now?
Oh my God!
If he made that look, I know everything's been horrible lately.
Yeah.
So guess what, kids? Twin Peaks season 4 is happening. It's happening again.
Seriously, we're doing it. We're doing Twin Peaks. It is happening again. Yeah. So yeah, we need that. We need all of that stuff. Yep, we need it. We need it to happen, y'all.
It is happening again.
David Lynch. David Lynch, only you can save us now.
Only you can save us now. Pathetic earthlings.
Lynch.
So.
Savior of the
television.
Savior of humanity. So yeah.
Yeah, seriously.
Right, so that was our episode.
That's our episode, y'all. Aren't you excited for more now?
Yes, exactly. So now we're down to the final 2. So what's your rating for this one?
10 out of 10 finger sandwiches, baby.
You gave it a full 10.
I love this episode because it gets like 9 points for Cooper coming back, and the final remaining point is the fact that Richard gets to be murdered. So
nothing for Audrey?
Oh, the Audrey thing is great, but it's also really depressing because she's just back in another. We now don't know what's going on, but she's probably alive, so that's a good thing.
Yeah. See that? So that's kind of the reason I deducted a point, was because of what happens with Audrey. This would have been a 10 for me, but the whole Audrey thing depresses me and brings me down a peg.
It does bring me down a peg, but I feel like I'm still riding the Cooper high.
Yeah.
And the Audrey thing, the Audrey thing is hard, but there's still hope for Audrey, you know? Yeah. So it's still a hopeful situation, but yeah, Cooper coming back, we weren't with each other when we watched this episode, Charles, but I just started crying and just did not stop for an hour.
I'm sure you did.
I was so excited. I was so happy to see Cooper back, and I know it didn't happen this way because television production is a longer process than this.
Right.
But it really feels like we just turned on a dime where it's like, we put a fork in and then all of a sudden we're Cooper again, and just Kyle MacLachlan. Oh my God.
Yeah, and we're like, why didn't you stick that fork in the socket earlier?
But he's just so good. He's so good at being Cooper. He was born to play this role. Agent Cooper does not exist without Kyle MacLachlan. And it's so obvious how when Cooper is switched on. Yeah.
In MacLachlan's mannerisms and whatnot. Yeah. By the way, I give this one 9 out of 10, 100% uploaded Dale Coopers.
Nice. I like that. That's a good one.
So full Cooper.
Full on Cooper. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, this is a
Cooper.
This one was so Cooper. This one was so great that I just couldn't stand it. I could not stand how awesome it is.
Yeah. So you're kind of riding that high. Like, Cooper's back. This is awesome. Now we can really, drive to the finale, and it's all going to be everything's building. And then, like I said, I kind of got depressed with Audrey. That's it.
Yeah, it is depressing with Audrey, but at the same time, it's like there could be more with Audrey. There could be a lot going on with Audrey that can go from there. Right. I mean, it's not.
Well, when we watched this the first time, obviously we didn't know that it was the last of Audrey.
Right.
We thought, okay, what's going to happen next? Little did we know, nothing.
Right, but it's at least not exploding in the bank. Yeah. It's at least not that. So
yeah,
we got that going for us,
which is nice.
All
right, so didn't get any listener email, sadly, once again.
Well, it's a terrible time.
Yeah,
people are really stressed out, Charles.
Right. I understand. So you guys are off the hook this week.
Yeah.
So, but if you're looking,
because you're new here,
right,
I'm gonna let you off the hook this time.
But if you're looking for an escape, at least a temporary escape,
Twin Peaks will do it for you, man.
Twin Peaks is perfect for that. And hopefully you feel that same way about our podcast. So,
I hope so.
Why don't you drop us a line? ghostwoodpodcast at gmail.com.
At Gmail.
The Gmail. So ghostwoodpodcast at gmail.com. Or you reach out to us on at Ghostwoodcast on Twitter. Or on Facebook, Ghostwood the Twin Peaks Podcast. Funny how that works, right?
Mm-hmm.
So all three great places to reach out. We'd love to hear from you. We know you're out there. I've seen the downloads. So we'd love to hear from you. And Xan, where can they reach you on the interwebs in the meantime?
Well, I'm on the Twitter and the Instagram, but I haven't been posting much. But I'm Udinax19, and I'm on the Facebook as Xan Sprouse. What about you, Charles?
Well, of course, at Charles Skaggs on Twitter, at Charles Skaggs on Instagram. Facebook, of course, Charles Skaggs in Hilliard, Ohio. And my blog of geeky things. Come on, you.
Damn good coffee. And hot.
Damn good coffee and hot, where I talk about all the stuff we talk about here on Ghostwood, Twin Peaks stuff, David Lynch stuff, all kinds of comic book sci-fi stuff, news of my other podcasts that I do for Southgate Media Group, including Next Stop Everywhere, the Doctor Who podcast that I do with Jesse Jackson, where we talk all things Doctor Who, Torchwood, Sarah Jane Adventures. And hey, certain Xan Sprouse just agreed to make a return appearance. So we'll be doing that in a few weeks as we discuss Survival.
Fantastic.
Because we got to talk some Seventh Doctor and Ace because they're awesome.
Yeah, we do.
One of my favorite Doctor companion pairings of all time.
Ace, yeah. Ace is like the ultimate nerd girl.
Yeah, your favorite companion.
Fantasy. She's my favorite companion. Yeah, for sure.
And there's certainly nothing wrong with that. That's definitely approved.
Nope.
So I totally get that. Otherwise, the Phantom Zone podcast they do with Jesse Jackson as well, as well as Next Stop Everywhere. Right now we're reviewing Stargirl that's currently airing on DC Universe streaming service and being shown on the CW, which has been pretty fun and little show.
Good.
Much better cinematography than the traditional CW show.
Okay.
Great characters. Luke Wilson is superb in that show.
Nice. All right.
So, worth your valuable time, in our opinion. So, if you want to hear us review episodes, please check out the Phantom Zone podcast. Or, hey, you could also check out Titan Talk, the Titans podcast that I also do with Jesse, even though right now we're on hiatus until late June when we'll be reviewing Doom Patrol Season 2.
Oh, check
which
that
is coming
out.
out. And that's going to be on HBO Max and DC Universe. So
Nice.
So now would be a great time to go back through our Season 1 episodes as you get ready for Season 2, because that's a brilliant show and highly recommend it. And especially if you're a Twin Peaks fan, sort of into the Vertigo stuff.
Okay.
Highly recommend it. I think it would be
that works.
I think it would definitely appeal to listeners of this podcast. Let's just put it that way.
Okay.
So
Cool.
highly recommend. All right. So and by the way, I'm also going to be appearing on Jesse Jackson's Set Listing Bruce, the Bruce Springsteen podcast.
Nice.
So after years of Jesse inviting everyone else on the sun onto his podcast, I finally cornered him to finally invite me on the podcast.
Nice. What are you going to talk about?
We've already recorded the episode, so we basically talk about, because of my diverse interest in just about everything musical, all my different background, interest in music, ranging from like the Monkees to like Nine Inch Nails and beyond.
The Nine Inch Nails?
The Nine Inch Nails, exactly.
Okay.
For people fans of this podcast. So yeah, we're kind of not really all over the map, but there was just so much to discuss. And so we kind of basically talk about what my musical tastes are and run down my favorite bands. And, we talk about like, hey, the type, why each thing was so important, my favorite concerts of all time.
Okay.
So it's a pretty in-depth musical discussion. I think we cover a lot of topics. So I hope everybody checks it out, because it's obviously
That'd be very cool.
a little different from my normal
Yeah.
podcast. So if you're
I will
kind of into
definitely
that
listen to
thing,
that.
yeah, I hope you check it out, and I hope you enjoy it, because I think we had a ball doing it. So I think
Good.
it came off really well, I thought.
I will contend, in my opinion, the greatest saxophone solo in rock and roll history is the one in Born to Run.
That was what, I even run down all my actual favorite Bruce Springsteen songs just for Jesse.
That's mine right there.
I came up with a playlist. Born to Run was my favorite as well. So, yeah, that was
favorite, and it's a good one.
Yep. So highly recommended. So probably Jesse would definitely appreciate you checking it out as well. All right. So next time on Ghostwood for episode 77.
Episode 17.
77. But yes,
for us it's 77, but it's part 17.
Yes, the return part 17. You're absolutely right. The past dictates the future.
It's the future.
Which is a great title, by the way.
It's so freaking true.
And here's where things get really interesting. As if they weren't already interesting, they get even more interesting as the real Diane returns.
And Freddie McRubberfist has his moment.
Exactly. So we get the final showdown with Bob.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we do. So you ever wonder about, old Bob the bowling ball? What was going on with him?
Yeah, I think you're going to need some sort of magical glove to punch out a bowling ball.
You need a magical rubber fist. McRubberfist.
You do.
Saying, hey, Freddie just happens to have that. So
he just happens to be in jail already.
Exactly. So you got to come
right there.
So you got to come back for that, right?
You got to come back for that.
This is going to be big, and I think we're going to have a lot of fun talking about this episode. Xan, any final thoughts before we sign off?
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter. Exactly.
Yep.
So, and they don't matter more or less.
But we need to stop acting like they don't.
Exactly. They need to start mattering just like everybody else's.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We need to stop acting like they don't.
All right. So everybody, please stay safe.
Yes.
And
wash your hands.
Wash your hands. Like I said, look out for the cops.
No one's eating anything until Laura washes her hands.
Exactly.
Yes.
So listen to the words of Leland Palmer.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't usually say that, but I'm going to say it now.
Yes. Yes. Cleanliness expert, Leland Palmer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So everybody, please, thank you so much for listening to us, and please come on back next time. Ghostwood 77, the past dictates the future. It's going to be a lot of fun, kids. Come on back, and we'll see you next time right here on Ghostwood, the Twin Peaks podcast. Goodbye, everybody.